Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is a guide for round 5 of the GR Supra GT Cup. Let's get this started. Your first braking point is in between the 150 and the 100 meter mark. Brake as much as you can and slowly start to ease off of the brakes as you start to turn in. Bring yourself to the left side of the track, then ease off the throttle as you make this right turn. Short shift to 5th gear, that way you can maintain grip as you go through this right turn. You will then brake in between the 150 and the 100 meter mark, slowly ease off of the brakes and the car will start to rotate. Gradually start to apply the throttle, avoid hitting the green area on the right. Now bring yourself to the left and brake in between the 100 and the 50 meter mark. Slowly ease off of the brakes, just try to stick to the inside of the turn. Carefully accelerate. And when you reach the end of the specific tire mark that is on the left, that is when you want to start to brake. Take advantage of this curb on the right, carefully accelerate, use a little bit of braking. Then just let the car rotate and gradually start to apply the throttle. Then brake before you reach the black sign on the left. Slowly start to ease off of the brakes, just let the car rotate around this turn and then start to fully accelerate. Then lift off of the throttle as you make this left turn. Finally, you will brake well before you reach the 50 meter mark. Once again, slowly ease off of the brakes, just let the car rotate and then start to fully accelerate. Go a bit wide as you enter this turn, that way you can get a smooth turn and not have to sacrifice any of the acceleration for your turning ability. But that is pretty much it for this guide. Let's go ahead and quickly talk about the strategies. For this qualifying session, you will only have 5 minutes to try to get a good qualifying time. If you do this right, this should give you 2 chances to try to get a good qualifying time. Do take care of your tires as you go through this outlap, as the tire wear rate is pretty high and the tire wear is going to add up pretty quickly. So all you want to do for this outlap is to basically not stress the tires out. Don't turn too harshly, don't brake too hard. All you want to do is just warm up the tires and just try to keep the tire life as close to 100%. You also want to try to find someone that you can get the slipstream out of, as you will be able to shave off a couple of tenths of a second just by being behind someone. Just make sure that you are keeping a safe distance between yourself and the car ahead of you. That way you don't end up getting too close to them, have to slow down because someone's in your way, and you end up hurting your own qualifying time. And once again, if you take care of your tires on your outlap, you should be able to get up to 2 qualifying laps, so make those 2 chances count. This race does have a standing start, so make sure you bring the traction control to 1, start on 2nd gear, that way you won't end up hitting the rev limiter on the 1st gear right away. And once you're off, you can then bring the traction control down to 0 or to whatever value you normally have it at. So you probably know what the strategy for this race is going to be. It's going to be a no stop race. Unfortunately, trying to do the one stop will end up putting you 12 seconds behind, so you're not going to be able to catch up to those who end up doing the no stop. I would suggest bringing the brake balance to 3, so 3 points towards the back of the car. That way you can try to relieve some of that tire wear from the front tires. And yeah, it's going to get pretty nasty. The right tires are going to especially be the most worn tires, so you're going to have a hard time trying to make those left turns. And the tire wear problem is going to kick in as soon as lap 4. So it's going to be a bit of a pain once you start to go through the later laps, to the point where it just gets pretty miserable. But unfortunately, you have to do the no stop if you want to be competitive, because if you do the one stop, then you risk getting left behind and won't be able to catch up on time. As your tires start to get more and more worn out, make sure you start to brake a little bit earlier. That way you don't end up flying off turn 1. And another thing that you should try to be a little more careful with is going to be this left turn right here. So once your tires are starting to get worn out as soon as lap 4, you want to start to ease off of the throttle. That way you don't end up going to the green area. That green area is an off-track area, so you will get a track penalty if you end up getting all 4 wheels onto that area, and you'll also get dirty tires, which is going to make your situation even worse. And as for fuel, don't even worry about it. It's not going to cause a problem for this race. So once again, just try to take care of your tires, as this will be a no-stop race. Bring the brake balance towards the back of the car. You can try setting the value to 3 points towards the back of the car, and just once again, just try to take care of your tires. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. So this is Mr. MCA, wishing you a good race, and I'll see you in the next video.